on your laptops, offline and online participants. So today I warmly welcome our Dean of Academics, Dr. T.E.V. Dharmani sir, to introduce you and attend this particular session. Okay. I hope you all learn about leadership assignments, how we are working on that. Thank you.
Good morning, colleague friends. So it's a wonderful experience sharing the knowledge little bit what I have to our colleagues. Definitely, it's a wonderful experience. I think last year also we have conducted a workshop. That's why I have changed the year only. Instead of 25, I changed it to 26. On the same day, I have given a TED talk on the same topic last year also. Same day happens to be this year also. That is 17th. You. Already we are in the process of MBA for the last 3 to 4 months. Successfully, the MBA committee review has been completed. The unit we are waiting for the results for all the 4 branches: computer science and engineering, ACE, and data science. Generally, the meetings by the management, especially our chairman, sir, used to ask about what about other departments are okay, what about MBA, what about MBA. He was having a little bit doubt about the MBA, whether the process is going well or not. They are up to the mark or not. They are preparing all the documents or not. Okay. The chairman sir is having little bit doubt about MBA. Sometimes some things okay, we experience it. The students who are prepared in before they write the examinations well and they are prepared okay, 1 day before and they have written the examinations and they got them to results like that. MBA they have lately prepared and got everything ready and went for MBA inspection and they got the results. My friends, we are seriously all the 4 departments seriously we have prepared all the documents. We went for the accreditation, but still we are waiting for the results. It is also a little bit tension for all the faculty of all the departments. That's all. No. For MBA, they got the results. Immediately they are happy. If the good results for us also, definitely we'll be very happy. That we another meeting. The vice chairman Yagnav sir, after getting the results from all the branches positively, let us have a get together for all the faculty, our campus. We already promised during the success meet in the MBA department. Okay. Right. In this session, 10 to 12, we are going to discuss about the COs, POs, PSOs, and the PEOs, and how to write the POs, and what do you mean by PO, what do you mean by PSOs, and what do you mean by PEOs, and already I have prepared the COs and POs, and similarly sustainable development goals, and similarly Bloom's taxonomy levels and prepared for DBMS. Okay. And I have shared with all the departments what particular format, the proper format. I requested all the HODs, wherever subjects for doing a senior faculty members, and asking them to prepare the syllabus for the allotted subjects in the same format. Okay. Already I requested all the HODs. Right. Okay. So assessment and accreditation. What do you mean by assessment and evaluation? So what is the difference between okay? So let us go. Right. Assessment and evaluation. What is the difference? What do you mean by each and every word? What is the difference between assessment and evaluation? So generally, we are preparing the mid examinations. Okay, we are setting the question papers, right? Okay, and let us take the format of the mid question paper. So we have the part A and the part B. Okay, the part B. 5 questions are there, and the part B. Okay, 3 questions are. The total marks are 30. 30 marks. So as per R20, 2, that is 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. And it is 2 marks and 2 marks. These are, for example, 8 marks, 8 marks. Okay. So like that, in our weekend. While we are correcting the papers, we give the marks for the answers written by the students. For example, so the given marks are 2, 1, 1, 1 like this, or this 6, 7, 3 marks. So what is the difference between these marks and these marks? What is the difference between? What is the difference between these marks and these marks? What are these marks? 2, 2, and 8, 8. So these are the 30. For example, total 30. 8, 16 to 4, 20, 5 to the 10, 30 marks. For example, 3, 4, 3, 6, 7, 8, 20, 23. What is the difference? So these marks are called assessment marks. These are called evaluation marks. These are called assessment marks. Maximum marks allotted to each question. And the teacher will evaluate the answers written by the student and give the marks. They are called the evaluation. For example, see, we are in EMBA, we are uploading the entire data into that. Okay, as a document file, what is the name of that document? After uploading everything on the EMBA, e-portal, we download it, we get it printed and bound it. That is called what? SCR. Self-assessment report. While we are entering the data onto the portal, the marks will be here criteria wise, separate area wise, Okay. We are getting the marks and we are also getting the total marks at the bottom. Yes or no? Yes. You write or you upload even Ramayana story, Mahabharata story, or a movie story. Onto that, you will get the marks. Yes, sir. Not only the faculty details are there. For example, criteria 4. You enter Ramayana, okay, the roles in the Ramayana. Ramudu, Sita, Ravanasudu, you enter them. You will get the marks. Yes or no? It is not having any common sense, whether you are filling those fields or not. If you fill those fields, automatically the marks will be summed up and displayed at the bottom of every table, every criteria. Whatever you want to upload, you upload it. Don't object. The portal or website don't object. Ramayana story, Mahabharata story. Whether you are filling the data or not. After filling the data, the marks will be okay, appear. Those marks are not evaluated marks. They are called the assessments. Whatever the work we have done till the inspection of the visit of the committee, that is called assessment. Last 2 to 3 months we have done. Evening up to 6 p.m. We used to stay back and we have to prepare the documents. Assessment is defined as the process by necessary data. How many criteria we have? 9 criteria. OBE assessment. OBE curriculum, first one. OBE teaching learning. OBE assessment. Students information, faculty information, faculty contribution, okay, infrastructure, and finally continuous improvement, and the ninth one is the governance. Yes or no? OBE curriculum, OBE teaching learning, OBE assessment, students information, faculty information, faculty contribution, seventh one is infrastructure, eighth one is the continuous improvement. So for every criteria, sub-criteria, we have prepared the data for evaluation. Like a student is writing the answer bullet. Writing the answers on the answer bullet. We have prepared all the documents, okay, as per the criteria 9. Whatever the work we have carried out, done, okay, before the committee visits, that work comes under the assessment. Assessment. The marks appearing are the assessment marks only. If you check the data, you will get the but who will validate the data? Who will define the data? Who will check the committee? The process done by the committee is called that is the difference between assessment and evaluation. 3 days evaluation. Before that, whatever the data or team, that is called assessment, right? Okay. So input-based assessment and outcome-based assessment. It is now OBE. OBE, outcome-based assessment. Outcome-based education. Previously it is called input-based assessment. Results-based assessment. Sometimes it is called outcome-based assessment. Outcome-based assessment and this is output-based assessment and input-output-based assessment and outcome-based assessment. Input, output-based assessment. Infrastructure, what buildings we have, what classrooms we have, library we have, computer centers we have or not, and staff, students, and the curriculum. Only now, outcome-based assessment. Okay, for example, I tell you, we got a fever. For example, somebody got a fever. Immediately what we will do? We take a medicine, tablet. That is called the okay, input. Input. Taking the tablet is the input. Then what is the outcome? Whether the fever is under control or not. Whether the fever is under control or not. That is called the outcome. Okay, we are coming to the FDPs, organizing faculty development programs. Okay. Why? For getting the accreditation for the department. FDPs, input and output. Okay, that is the output. And that's where we are getting the output. The outcome, we got the MBA accreditation for the. Okay. So just you see the difference. Outputs and outcomes. The steps what we have taken, the steps or activities what we carried out. We look the activities, conducting FDP, taking a medicine. This is nothing but the output. So activities we do to achieve outcomes. The result of the activities will be demonstrated. That is the difference between output based and outcome based. Earlier accreditation was based on the output based accreditation, input output based accreditation. Now the accreditations are the education is the outcome based education. Output based education is different and outcome based education is different. The experts commented the faculty need to update their OE concepts. Still they are not improved the OE concepts. The OE concepts among the faculty are not up to the mark. Right? So, and to conduct FDP on MBA in train faculty, that is what we call the output. As we conducted the FDPs for all the faculty, what is the outcome of that FDP? Okay, the department or programs got the accreditation. I told you all the example that is, if the patient is having high fever, give the paracetamol tablet. That is the output. What is the outcome? Has the patient fever come down or not? Controlled or not? That is the outcome of taking the medicine, taking the tablet. So that is the difference between the input output based education and outcome based education. OBE. Now we are calling the OBE, outcome based education. All accreditations are now outcome based. That's why the first three criteria try to understand. OBE curriculum, OBE teaching learning, and OBE assessment. Previously, OBE was not the criteria. They have also the criteria, but there is no like OBE. No, OBE is prefixed. OBE curriculum, OBE teaching learning, and OBE assessment. Outcome based education. Right. So, tools. What are the tools that we have to use for our assessment and evaluation? Already we know very much familiar with this. So direct assessment tools and indirect assessment tools. All the internal examinations, registered and examinations and projects, seminar. What all comes under the direct assessment. And indirect means surveys, reports and survey. All exit surveys, employers feedback, all the stakeholders feedback, employers feedback, alumni feedback, the results of gate, publications and matrix awards, and the results of the STEC side. So all these comes under the indirect tools. Already we have done. So already we know what is the percentage of direct and indirect. 80% direct and 20% indirect. Whenever we are lagging in the 80% direct assessment, we try to the 80% indirect. We have to compensate by increasing the values in the indirect assessment. Right? So the tools are two types, direct and indirect assessment. Okay, what is above we outcome-based education? What do we want our students to achieve or imbibe? So BTech program, MTech program, the 4 years BTech computer science and engineering program, the 4 years BTech computer science and engineering program. After completion of the 4 years BTech program study, okay, so what is the outcome of the students? What they learn? What are their abilities? What are their capabilities? What they can do after studying the 4 years BTech program? Okay, so that is measured in terms of POs. Then what? Program outcomes. Program outcomes. Okay, from 2025, the new MBA framework, there are 11 POs. Here there are 12 POs. 12 POs. Okay, captured in the program, achievement is defined by assessment with okay, 11 POs. What is the maximum value of each PO? What is the maximum value of each PO? What is the maximum value? Guarantee. Either 1 or 2 or 3. One is the low, 2 is the medium, moderate, last one is the substantial or maybe the maximum value of each PO is the 3 only 3, right? 2 to 3. And how do our students achieve it? To launch the outcome-based curriculum, we have to introduce the okay outcome-based okay in curriculum. Okay, for example, I joined in this college 2022 July 30th. And I have seen the question paper. I have a lot of expectations because our college got the LRF ranking already, some classes got place already, CSE, and I have some expectations. That's why I have seen the question paper. Okay, for example, let us calculate B, D mark. 2, 3, 4 questions. Okay. So we do what are the units? 1, 2, 3 units. And we do units 3, 4, 5, and unit 5. The mass distribution of something is 25 marks may concept that time. 10 40 and 50 40. Okay. So here also the distribution are like this. So if you take unit wise 3, 4, what are the maximum marks for the unit 1? 5. Maximum marks for unit 2? 5. Maximum marks for unit 5. And maximum marks for unit 3. From unit 1 5 and unit 2 5. Okay. Then attainment. The CO the attainment will be more. Yes or no? Yes. Because the marks are more, definitely the CO will get the more attainment value, CO attainment value. So clearly I have converted this. Okay. 6, 3, 3, 6. Now what about the maximum values for all these? 6, 6, 6. Equal attainment. You have to take care about the OBE formatted question paper after I came over here. I have prepared. What are the format today we are seeing? Okay, that is already that. Those stats and labels are there, CO number is there, and marks are there. Okay, after summing both grade 1 and grade 2, the total marks should be equal for all the exam only. We are likely to get the equal attendance for all the schools. There should not be imbalance of the marks distributed. Equal distribution of marks for all the units, coming up both the equal marks as well as the right? Okay. So the course outcomes for each course in the OBE is not qualified as a subject. It is called a course. Generally used to call it a course or MTech course. OBE is not a course. It's a program. BTech program and a program. Course is a subject. Right? So how many COs will be there for each subject? Okay. 5 COs. There may be 4 COs, there may be 6 COs, but okay, a comfortable calculation of the element of the values for migrating in the 5 COs. 1 CO for each. Otherwise, imbalance will be there. We face difficulty in calculating the academic values of the COs. Right? So the generally, right. So what actions is taken to address specialization of program? Specific to the program. PSOs. Program specific outcomes. Okay? So PO means what are the outcomes of after completion of the program. And the COs. Okay, this is the syllabus. After completion of this subject, the students will be able to design, analyze, explain, distinguish, demonstrate. What are these keywords are called? Those taxonomy keywords. How many levels are there in the group taxonomy? 6 levels. Remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating. While framing the syllabus, we have to use the Bloom's taxonomy level. Okay, action verbs. While setting the question paper also, we have to use the Bloom's taxonomy. The experts commented during the inspection of okay, the question paper contains okay, Bloom's taxonomy. But the question is not from the Bloom's taxonomy levels. The weightage of the mark of the question or the depth of the question is not as per the Bloom's taxonomy levels. Okay, there is an answer. We agree. But the question is okay, not appropriate as per the that level. Just they have given us see that the questions also be matched with the not only the answer. The strength of the question, the weight of the question should also be matched with the Bloom's taxonomy levels, right? So, specific to the program specific PSOs. Program is A, data science, computer science, and engineering. The outcomes will be specific to the program. And the expert in the data science they have said, okay, the PSOs should not be taken from the videos. the POs should not be repeated in the PSOs. For example, ethics is there in the PO. Yes or no? The ethics should not be repeated in the PSOs. We have to take care of PSOs by naming no POs should be repeated in the PSOs. As suggested in the data science department, in the PSO, the third PSO is ethics is there. Why we have mentioned ethics already ethics is there in the PO? Please change this PSO 3 of the data science department. And the curriculum one what is there? The mission curriculum is there. Okay. To achieve a curriculum. Curriculum is number fixed. It is very meaningful to time. So that's why you know that word curriculum. So while creating the PO, I mean PSOs, we have to take care of vision, PSOs. Okay, POs. Who has framed the POs? Who has defined the POs? NB. Who has defined the POs? NB. Not we. Not the university. Not the. But the PSOs are defined by right on that is the difference between POs and PSOs. PSOs are defined by the departments, but POs are defined by the NBA, National Board of Education. From where they got defined graduate attributes. There is a word called Washington Accord graduate attributes. From the graduate attributes, again there are 12. Graduate attributes are also called. I will show you. Again, the POs are defined by NBA based on the graduate attributes. Washington Accords graduate attributes, the POs are defined. Right. And see, we are assessing the outcomes of POs, COs, POs, PSOs when they are not up to the mark. When we fail to achieve the target, what should we do? Continuous criteria, continuous improvement. For example, in a particular subject, okay. For example, CO3 is not attained. Benchmark, not crossing the threshold value benchmark. For example, PO for a particular program, the PO is not attained. We have to concentrate on that, how to improve further, how to achieve the targeted values, how to achieve the benchmark values, threshold values, right? So that will be taken care in the continuous improvement. Make use of the assessment of attainments towards taking action on the low performing parameters and criteria. And we achieve the low performance criteria. It may be CO or it may be PO or it may be PSO. We have to take care of further how to improve that. Okay, doing NPTN courses, conducting FDPs, interacting with the industry. There are so many actions that can be carried out further improving the these parameters. Next. So one aspect is designing, another aspect is the attainment. Designing and attainment. So designing, while we are designing first the institute vision and mission. Then in line with institute vision and mission, we have to define our department vision and mission. After that, PUs, objectives. Okay, program educational objectives. They are not outcomes. Try to understand. When we calculate them, anybody has calculated for any subject or program, we have calculated COs. We calculated POs, we have calculated PSO, not POs. After leaving the student from the college, within few years of his career, he joined in a company, or he started a business, or he gone for a higher education. How the student got settled, so that is the assessment. PU, from educational objectives. Within few years of the student relieved from the program, BTech program, then they will be calculated. Yes, not now. You see, CO attainment will be calculated immediately after the course. PO attainment will be calculated immediately after the program. PSO will also be calculated immediately after the program, but PO not now. After settling down, okay, in a particular area within few years, after 2 years or after 3 years, after that we calculate the POs. And POs and PSOs, the same time they are POs and PSOs. You see, that's why the POs are common for all the branches. Because the PSOs specific to the department. Every department is having their own okay PSOs. Whereas the POs are designed by the MBA, common to all institutions and all the departments. So more or less little bit, like a science program, something. It is engineering program, something. Little bit changes only. Okay, next. Right. After that, what we design course outcomes for each course. Course outcomes we design. What is the order of the design? Institute vision, department vision and mission, PEOs, POs and PSOs, finally. But attainment, vice versa, reverse. First, the course outcomes are calculated. Whether they have achieved it or not, attained or not, okay, we carry out. After CO, next POs and PSOs are attained or not, we calculate. Okay, so after that, POs, after 2 to 3 years, finally we have achieved the vision of the department or not. All the departments together, finally we achieved the institute vision or not. Okay, this is the design order, this is the attainment order. Okay. So the OBE framework, try to understand here. So the outcomes, and they are the assessment values. Assessment values, vision, mission, PEOs, student outcomes, course outcomes, the same order. Here, course planning and delivery, syllabus we prepare, OBE syllabus, OBE curriculum. Okay, and teaching methods, innovative methods or pedagogy, and learning activities and assessment tools, direct and indirect, and course assessment, after that CO assessment, course assessment, program assessment, finally institutional and department assessment. The same, okay, in detail we got explained here. Next. So, meaning of course outcomes describes what the students are expected to know and be able to do at the end of each course or subject. That is in terms of knowledge, skills and behavior, okay, or attitude or character. We used to say, okay, the educational not only teaches the knowledge, imparts the knowledge, also okay, the samskara, Chaduvu and samskara, very attitude, character and behavior. These are the statements of students' actions serve as evidence of knowledge, skills and attitude or behavior or character. So generally each course may be designed for 6 COs like that. Already we decided 5 COs will be there. The course outcomes are stated in such a way that they can be actually measured by using the marks, internal marks, entrance examination marks, assignments, PPTs. We should be in a position to measure it. The measurable COs are measurable parameters. Structure of course outcomes. What is the structure of the course outcome? There are 2 parts. the action verb and learning statement. The action verb can be any verb from the Bloom's taxonomy of any levels, first to the sixth level. So generally for undergraduate level, mainly we use the action verbs up to fourth level, only first level. Okay, so that is remembering, understanding, applying, and analyzing. So mainly, okay, right? So the good action words are like this: compile, identify, create. Some examples are there. The action word that identifies the performance to be demonstrated. The learning statement that specifies what learning will be demonstrated in the performance. So any CO consists of two parts. So one is the action verb and another one is the learning state. Learning state. We see the example also. Next. Okay, these are the Bloom's taxonomy labels. Already we have the boards in our corridor at all departments. Just every day better to have a glance at them. At least we can remember the 6 levels. Okay, so remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Right. So look at this example. Okay, design and analysis of algorithms. Analyze is the action verb. What is the learning statement? To analyze the algorithms, time complexity and space complexity. So different algorithms you are going to study, in the design and analysis of algorithms. Mainly they are compared in terms of how much space is required and how much time is required. That is the time, space complexity and time complexity. So many of the researchers, because you see, they are the two sides of a coin. Because you see, we cannot create a new algorithm. At least by using the existing algorithms, if by addressing one of the drawbacks of the any algorithm, we can carry out our research. We can carry out our research because the space complexity and the time complexity. Time means performance. Space means how much. Another one is right, accuracy. Space and accuracy. Another time. These are the two sides of a coin. For example, I will show you this little bit coming out about my PhD. I have done my PhD on the deep neural networks. Deep neural networks. Drawbacks. Let us hear the drawbacks. Long training time. That means time complexity is more. What do you mean by that? Time complexity is more. It will take long training time. The algorithm is running for hundreds of thousands of iterations. 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, like that. It will take days together also, not only the hours. Days together it will take to arrive at the solution. To arrive at the solution, it will take because neural network it consists of input layer, output layer in between the number of hidden layers. And each layer is having the number of neurons. All the neurons are connected to each other. For example, I will show you how the deep neural network looks like. Look at this. This is the deep neural network. It is a shallow neural network. Look at, very simple. One input layer, one output layer, one hidden layer. Here next to the input layer and output layer, there are number of hidden layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thus it will take the long training time. So for that, this is by even PhD final of PPT also, this one. And I have taken an example also, a story also. What we have learned, heard about in the childhood. Everybody, all of us, we heard about this story. A thirsty crow in a hot summer could not find a water everywhere. Finally, okay, to find a small water under the pot. Yes or no? It cannot drink directly. It applied an algorithm or a methodology in terms of the research terms. A methodology. What methodology it has used? It took the stones, drop the stones into the pot. As the stones are going down, the water has come up. Finally, drunk the water and right. What is the drawback of this methodology? The technique used by the group. What is the drawback? Consumes more time. Because it is a serial kind of technique, serial kind of algorithm, serial kind of method. The pro cannot bring all the stones necessarily at the same time. It can bring one by one, one by one, one by one. It is called the serial. Got my point or not? Serial. The drawback of this methodology algorithm is time consuming, like deep neural network. Deep neural network is very good algorithm. Gives the accurate results, correct results, classification. Data mining classification is done by the deep neural network. Excellent algorithm. Only the drawback is long training time. Okay. Now it is the old crow. Next. What about the modern crow? Modern crow. Same problem. Solution. Methodology has been changed. The modern methodology has been used by the crow, not the old methodology. Yes or no? That is the research. External examination, I have appreciated how I have given the analogy for the problem of the deep neural network. The story, a good old story. I found it in social media. Social media say thank to social media. Okay, I got from my why should why I don't use this example for my research. Okay, like that.
But it has to such strong.
So everywhere we get, it can find now. We are hot summer now. Coconuts are there, straws are there. Everywhere coconut are there, straws are there. Yes or no? It's not a problem. So these are the action verbs and learning techniques. These are the learning techniques. You see, design algorithm using design and transfer we apply dynamic programming for solving the problems. So how the CO should be formed? Every CO should consist of these two action verbs and learning statements. So this varies from subject to subject also, right? So for example, design and analysis of algorithm. Next. DBMS. You see, you need not worry. Everything you can get from the chat GPT and need not worry about. Prompt engineering, you have to give the input properly, correctly, what you want and you are expecting from the chat GPT. Once we get the output, go through each and every line, whether it is appropriate or not, correctly given or not. That only you have to do. I got everything from the GPT only. I given the syllabus. I given the syllabus to the which unit wise. Unit wise, I have given the DBMS syllabus for the chart GPT. And I given prepare a set of 5 COs, one for each unit. For that syllabus given above. I have written the chart GPT. Excellent it has design and assign Bloom's level for each and every CO I have given. CO1 after completion of this course the students will be able to right. See, you can explain fundamental DBMS concepts, data models, CR diagram, and the role of data abstraction and data use management in the database design. Everything is only some Understanding only. Understanding only. There is no design, there is no analyze, there is no applying, because the first unit, no, all the fundamental concepts only. That's why what label it as a say, that is understand. So by default, remembering is there. Remembering is there. L1 is not there, does not mean there is a L1. L1 is already there. L2 is there, already L1 is there. L3, L4 is there, already L1 and L2 are. And CO2, apply. Third, apply, analyze. Four, apply relational model concept. Okay, for example, you see, okay, some faculty might have taught the DBMS. Analysis, conceptual design, logical design, and schema refinement. These are the okay, main topics in the database design. Conceptual design is ER diagrams. Logical design is converting the ER diagrams into relational schemas, tables, schema refinement, fine tuning of the tables. That is normalization. First normal form, second, third, BCN, and fourth. Okay, normal forms. Okay, these are the okay, right. So, write efficient. Third unit is writing about the queries, relational algebra, relational calculus, tuple calculus, okay, domain relational calculus, and okay, set operators, aggregate operators, whatnot. Everything write efficient SQL queries and implement constraints and triggers and performance. You see, 5 is also there, evaluating, comparison, okay, and analyze and implement transaction concepts, okay, concurrency control, protocols, recovery mechanisms, ensuring reliable DBMS. The fourth unit about the concurrent management and concurrency control. The fifth unit is about crash recovery and file organizations. So based on the given syllabus, I have given the syllabus to the chart GPT. What are the topics in each and every unit? And I asked the chart GPT to prepare, okay, one CMO for each unit and also assign the Bloom's level, okay. When it has given, just go through that, everything is correct or not. Just analyze it. Analyze it. Okay, 100%. The accuracy of the outcome of the chart GPT depends how efficiently you are prompting the text. Prompting the, okay, that is more important. That's why the software industries, the prompt engineers are required. Okay, like that. Okay. Next. So this is about the lab. This is about the lab COs. Okay. Construct ER diagrams, implement normalized databases, develop SQL queries, and design. You see, L6 is there. Why? Design a database for a university. What are the key? What are the attributes? What are the relations? Okay. And what are the entities? What are the primary keys? How many tables are needed? How the tables are connected to each other? One to one, one to many, or okay, many to one, like that. What is the degree, unary or binary or ternary degree? All this comes under the design of the database. Okay, after finalizing all these, we arrive at the design of the database. That comes under the, it is there in the lab now. It is there in the lab. Level 6 is there. But for some subjects like DBMS, we can okay use the level 6 also, because the design of a database is not right? Okay. So analyze database design, okay, quality using normalization principles. You see, I have given all the list of experiments of that okay, lab. I given the syllabus and asked the thought GPT to prepare the 5 COs based on the experiment. Really, excellently it is giving. Okay, right. Next. Okay, POs, CO attainments. Okay, CO attainment after completion of the course, the COs will be assessed whether they are attained or not. And POs, program outcomes, they relate to the skills, knowledge, and behavior. Okay, the program outcome describes what the students are expected to know, be able to do upon the graduation. Recently, I met with some doctors in our hospital. They are commenting simply, students are very not a respected students. They are not giving the respect to the doctors. They are asking the doctors, Madam, should I call you every time, Madam, Madam, Madam? Why should I call you every time, Madam, Madam, Madam? Our students are asking the doctors like that. We met in a dinner, okay? The doctors are saying, what should we do, Madam? The problem is there was no ragging. Ragging was not there. That is the main problem. They don't know how to give the respect. When the ragging is there, they learn how to respect the senior students. Ragging is not there. When I joined, our seniors asked me to roll on the ground by asking my uncle to you sit there, sir, uncle, you sit there, you don't worry, you sit there. In front of my uncle, my mother's brother, they asked me to roll on the ground, on a grass, like this. Where is the ragging? Asking the name is not a ragging. That is the problem here. That is the problem. Okay. The skills, knowledge, and the behavior. Okay. Program outcomes. 12 program outcomes are there. Now after 25, okay, January 2025, okay, 11 POs are there, especially here. The engineering society, environment and sustainability, these are combined, or as engineering and the world. Engineering and the world. Others remains as it is. 11 POs. The first 5, knowledge, analysis, design, full use, complex investigation of complex problems, full uses. First 5 are very important for every subject. First 5, okay? So next, engineering and society, environment and ethics, teamwork, communication, project management and finance, and lifelong learning. See, database, look at, when I was studying, I have studied DBase 3, database 3. Even not DBMS and not RDBMS. Now we have the RDBMS. The technologies are getting changed in the database. Now we have the no SQL, not only SQL. Django, Cassandra, okay. So every time the databases or technologies are getting changed, that requires continuous learning. Yes or no? Lifelong learning that requires. The technology is not permanent. The technology is getting updated from time to time. The software engineers and faculty like us have to update our knowledge. Okay. So, and project management and the communication. For example, theory, there is no communication. I will show you the mapping. So lab, they have to prepare the PPT, they have to prepare the documentation about the lab, they have to explain the teacher, IC, communication. Communication is not very common. Okay, theory. Got my point or not? Okay, tool usage, for example, modern tool usage. If the theory is having the lab, use the modern tool usage. For example, computer networks, what the tool we are using? Some tools are we are using. Compiler design, some like C2 or like that we are tools using. For every lab, some tools we are using in the lab. So whenever the theory subject is having the lab, okay, use the PO modern tool usage. For standalone theory, not having the lab, don't use the modern tool usage. Right? So these are the 12. So what are the basis for this? They are already I told you they are defined by NBA. For all the POs, these are called the graduate attributes. Graduate attributes. From the graduate attributes, they have been defined by the National Board of Accreditation. These are the basis. Okay, so the same, there is no difference. The same headings are there. Okay, they are explained. Okay, in detail. Next. Okay, now so knowledge attribute profiles as per the 2025 MBA framework. In addition to the 11 POs, we have to use these 9 knowledge and attribute profiles. WKs. They are very important now. In addition to the POs, we have to mention the WKs also. WK1, WK2, WK3. Okay? For example, you see ethics is there. There also ethics. So the WK9 should be mapped to the ethics of the PO. So remember 9 WKs, knowledge and attribute profiles are there. Next, go. So look at, these are the 11 POs. 11 POs and the knowledge levels just okay. WK1, K2, K3, K4 are okay. Now with the ethics, you look at ethics. The 9 is there, ethics. Okay, WK9 is mapped with the POs. So finally, you look at lifelong learning, WK. You see, some POs are not mapped with any WKs. Okay. Here, yeah, PO8, PO9, PO10. Some are mapped with them. Okay. Now, from the academic year 25-26 onwards, for preparing the articulation matrix, CO, PO, and PSO mapping, we have to use only the 11 POs. Up to 24-25 academic year, we have to use the 12 POs, whatever may be the regulations. PSOs specific to the department, specific to the department, specific to the branch, specific to the program. PSOs. These are defined by the department as we discussed earlier. Okay. So what the student should be able to do at the time of graduation, specific to the program. And the experts are suggesting even COs also for any course. You write or prepare the COs specific to the program also. For example, CSE is the operating system, for example, DBMS. And AML is also having the DBMS. And data science also. So the COs need not be common for all the departments, though the title is same. Syllabus is also same. Title is same, database management system. Syllabus is also same. The COs need not be same. We have to prepare the COs specific to the department. They are suggesting. The experts are suggesting. Okay. Though the subject name and syllabus is common, the COs need not be common. Try to prepare the COs specific to your program, the department. They are suggesting us. Okay, please do concentrate on the times. And there should not be any, look at this, there should not be any repetition of POs already defined by MBA. POs should not be repeated. A teamwork, communication, or ethics, project management, or finance. Okay, the POs should not be repeated. Anyway, it is, they should not be repeated on PSO. The PSOs are specific to the department. They should be different from the POs. Need not be repeated. Okay, right. And 2 to 3 PSOs will be there and must have a process for arriving at. As we are doing, okay, calculating or attaining COs and PSOs, POs, we should have a certain mechanism for calculating the PSOs also, whether they are attained or not. Right. CO and the PO or PSO relationship, mapping. Relationship means mapping. You see, from COs, the POs and the PSOs will be calculated. Mapping, articulation matrix, it is called articulation matrix or mapping matrix. Right. Okay, each CO can be identified to address a subset of POs and PSOs. But I told you, okay, COs can be mapped to the first four, with the lab is there, and we map to the five. For every subject line, okay, majority of the subject lifelong learning will be there. For the lab subjects, communication will be there. And projects, all the parameters, there is a teamwork is there, practice now, ethics is there, project management is there, project preparation, report preparation is there, everything is there, tool usage is there, engineering knowledge is there, okay, complex problem solving is there, everything is there for the project and the internship. Okay, for lab subjects, I told you communication is there, tool usage is there. Depending on the subject, some of the POs and PSOs, okay, in the map. But as far as the PSOs are concerned, you try to map the COs for all PSOs because they are specific to the department. As the PSOs are specific to the department, you map all the COs to all PSOs. The levels may be varied. One is 3, other one is 2, some are 1, like that. Need not be all 3, but some levels 2, 3, 1, but all COs must be mapped to the specific department, PSOs. Try to understand. Okay, slight, moderate, and substantial. Based on the strengths of this, okay, selected POs, a matrix can be established. That matrix is called articulation matrix or CO, PO, and PSO matrix. So already the matrix has been given to mail to all the HOD's department. We are asking, okay, the levels COs and the PSOs and VOs map. We wanted to automate it in the Unity software. Once it gets ready, in a single click we can generate the attainment figures. CO attainment, PO attainment, and PSO. Okay, okay, attainment for each and every subject. Maximum the manual work, clerical work will be okay, reduced. Only the input we have to give is the CO, PO, and PSO mapping matrix only. Because you see, the software already internal marks are there, mid marks are there, personalized assignment marks are there, PPTs are there, semester marks are there, project marks are there, all marks are available in the software itself. Only input we have to give for automation of the okay, calculation for CO, only articulation matrix, only the only. Because that varies from subject to subject and theory to plan and department to department. Yes or no? That's right. Okay, next. You see, TBMS theory articulation matrix. I got it from the ChatGPT only. You can use ChatGPT. Excellently, it is good parents. Actually, you need not worry how to use the ChatGPT properly, how to generate the prompting messages properly. You can get it. Easily you can get it. Okay? 11 POs and 3 PSOs. COs. And justification is very important. Why the PO1 is mapped to all COs? See here. At the maximum level. 3. All COs require strong foundational knowledge of PBMS. In every unit, they requires the strong fundamental concepts. Engineering knowledge. What is the PO1? Engineering knowledge. Mathematics, science, statistics. That's why all COs are mapped to the PO1, the maximum level, 3. That is the justification. Then coming to the PO2, look at here, 2, 3, 2. Here PO2, CO2 to CO4. CO2, CO4. You are problem analysis in relational model, STL and transaction. What is the PO2? Analysis. PO3, design. Complex problem solving, 4. 5. Tools usage. Try to understand. Okay. So for every why the PO1 is mapped to all COs, PO2 only CO2, CO4, and PO4 for every mapping there is a specification. CO4 and CO5 are okay mapped to the CO4, for example. Okay. Why? Strongly okay apply investigation to transparency, recovery, and indexing techniques. And PO5 okay. Why the PO5 is there? DBMS is having the lab. The labs we are using the tools. They are using the tools. If there is no lab for the theory, don't use the PO5. Make it okay, vacant. Make it empty. Don't assign anywhere. If the lab is not there for any reason. If lab is there, PO5 is used. What is the PO5? Modern tool uses. Modern tool usage. Try to understand. Okay? Right. So similarly, okay, PO11, every CO encourages continuous due to evolving database technologies. Evolve database technologies. Indexing techniques are used. Indexing to speed up the query. Indexing techniques are there. ISAM, indexed sequential access method, B plus trees, hashing, static hashing, dynamic hashing. These are the indexing techniques that helps in retrieving the data sharply. Okay? And concurrent management is there. Several transactions are executing concurrently. What is the reason? Optimum utilization of the resources. Optimum utilization resources. Resources means in a computer, what are the resources? Processor is there, memory are there, secondary memory are there, IO devices are there. One program is using the CPU, another program is using the IO devices. Like that, all resources are okay in optimum utilization. A single program cannot okay make the CPU busy always. Cannot make the system busy always. If you want to make the system busy always, several programs must be there. We have studied in the operating system also. CPU scheduling, process scheduling, must become culture, grabbing, okay? Priority, preemptive, non-preemptive, like that. Okay, so like that. So PO11 is there, and PSO1, PSO2, PSO2. I told you no, maximum PSO should be mapped because they are specific to the department. They are in line with the department. Except one or two, okay. But you see here, the maximum are actually left unused. Maximum POs are left unused. But PSOs should not be like that. Maximum PSOs should be mapped. They are specific to the program and department. You upload already POs are there. You know very well. POs are there. The RTP knows very well. All the POs are there. We need not have. Only PSOs you have done. You upload onto the RTP. We ask you to prepare a okay, CO, PO, PSO mapping for the given syllabus, given COs, and given PSOs. POs we need not do already most. Okay? Right. Thank you. This is about the lab. Okay? So, 9 is what? Communication. 9 is there, not there in the theory. You go back. PO9 is here. But in the lab, PO9 is there. Communication. Why it is included? Students explain ER diagram. Communication. Students explain ER diagrams. Okay? Schemas, verdicts, normalization steps, procedural logic via. Okay? During Viva and lab. We conduct Viva every lab. Internal exam we conduct Viva. End examination we conduct Viva. They prepare the PPT and they do the demonstration, present the PPT that improves the communication skills of the. As for the lab component, the PO9 is included. For theory, the PO9 is not.
So PO8.
PO8.
That is about the
What is the PO8? Lab ours is the individual, I mean, teamwork is not there now. One is only. Projects we have the teamwork.
Yes.
Lab there is no teamwork. Okay? Right. That's right. So, in addition to this, as for new framework, we have to concentrate on the sustainable development. 17 goals are there here. 17 goals are there. See, especially new format, even tier 1 new format also, these are very important. In the criteria 1, 1.2.4, criteria 2, 2.7, criteria 3, 3.6. These metrics are especially meant for the SDGs. So SDGs should be addressed by the curriculum. First one, curriculum. All the subjects should be mapped to the SDGs address. And the second one is placements. Projects. What are the various projects that are addressing these sustainable development goals? First one is what? Curriculum. The second one is the projects. The third one is the NSS activities. So in all these three, that's why there are in the three criteria, three metrics are there. In criteria 1, 1.2.4. Criteria 2, 2.7. Criteria 3, 3.6. Those criteria are only meant for the sustainable development. The syllabus also, because I told you, curriculum. So while designing the syllabus also, framing the syllabus also, what sustained SDGs are addressed by this subject. We have to mention in the syllabus also. DBMS. You need not worry, we can get the same from the chart GPT also. Need not worry, just you analyze it, you go through it, whether it is properly given by the chart GPT or not. The properly not given means your prompt message is not correct. Prompt we have to, because it is a machine, does not have any common sense. It does not know what we are expecting from it. By writing a letter, the message, text promptly, then it can give the exact output. For example, SDG 4, the DBMS series, addresses SDG 4, SDG 9, SDG 11, SDG 12. Quality education. All 17 different titles are there. SDG 4 means low poverty, zero hunger, and good health and well-being, quality education, and food. 5, gender equality, clean water and sanitation. Like that, 17 SDGs are there. So what SDGs are being addressed by our subject, particular subject. So the SDGs addressed by varies from subject to subject. Right? Quality education promotes strong analytical and computational skills in the students. Analytical and computational skills in the students. Education, students, right? And SDG 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure. SDG 9 supports development of, next. Supports development of efficient data retrieval systems essential for modern digital infrastructure. See, we are getting the data at no time. We are getting the data at the no time. Even you type the email, automatically the mail is popular. Immediately, they are able to know. So efficient data retrieval system, the database management system, sustainable cities and communities, encourages structured data management for smart city solutions. Try to understand for any software product, there is a front end and back end. There is no application or there is no package without a back end. FNA means what? A repository, a database management system, a data storage. Yes or no? So actually the DBMS means, okay, the retrieval, storing and retrieval and updation of the data efficiently. Only three keywords. Storing, retrieving, updation, modification. The data are not permanent, like to understand. The data gets updated from time to time. Efficiently, the word should be added, efficiently. Otherwise, there is no meaning of database management system. Storing, retrieving, and updating of the data efficiently. Efficiently, what is very important, right? Okay, sustainable cities and community encourages structured data management, and we call responsible consumption and production. Optimizing data storage and only contributes efficient resource utilization. The resources, storage spaces are used, okay, more efficient. But not 100% address, at least addressing some, okay. So these SDGs, okay, 60% or 70% likes. Like that, every subject you have to prepare the SDGs addressed by that subject. Okay, the syllabus. Here, that's why in the syllabus, okay, course objectives are there, course outcomes are there, with the Bloom's taxonomy levels, detailed syllabus are there, and the CO, PO, PSO matrix is there, with the justification and SDGs addressed by the subject. From 25 regulations, we are planning to prepare A to Z for the subject is concerned. Okay, sometimes after 1 or 2 years, a new faculty has come and okay, cover that subject. You should be in a position to know everything about the subject. Even justification of the CO mapping also. And it is there, okay? Because the very key criteria 3, the key role plays is the articulation matrix. The major key role is played by the articulation. The rest of the things are common. Only the thing is the how the COs are mapped to the POs and PSOs. That is most important. Once it is done efficiently, the attainment is okay. We need not worry about that. So, meaning of program, educational, okay, objectives, right? So the educational objectives of okay, I told you, no. This is first few years after graduating. That's why they are not assessed immediately in the okay college itself. We are attaining COs, we are attaining POs and PS, but not PEOs. When they are attained, when they are calculated, when they are assessed within first few years of the graduations. You see, after passing out from the okay college, some are going for higher education, some are starting their startups and business, some are working in industries and government. Okay, within 3-4 years, how the school got set. Okay, we displayed our proud alumni. That is nothing but the thing. We have the boards, we have displayed the student photos and their phone numbers and the company where they are working. Yes or no? That is nothing but the thing. So based on that, whether the department has achieved the vision of the department, ultimately the college has achieved the vision of the department, vision of the college or not. Right. Next. Okay. So this is about what I want to impart to all my colleagues, right? So, if you have any doubts, okay, just. useful for gross average. Based on that, we are automized because if we automation is also not possible if we maintain different thresholds for different subjects and different departments. How the automation can be done? It should be programmed. No? The program should not take the input for different subjects for different departments. Like that. So there should be a common threshold for all the subjects and for all the departments. Right? We wanted to make use a common threshold that is called the average, gross average. Gross average, try to understand. Okay? Now, look at this. Because after Madhusudan, okay, they will explain clearly. 48, 5 questions are there. Yes or no? Each question carries 2 marks. What three questions are there? Unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. So, you know, distribution of the marks are very important. 8, 8, 4, 4, 8, 8. So, including 48, 40, every unit is getting, every CO is getting equal marks. That means how many marks? Each CO. Okay. 4 marks. This is 8 marks. 12 marks. Every CO is getting 12 marks. Uniformly distributed. One CO is high, one CO is less, one CO is moderate. It is not like that. The marks for all COs are equally distributed. Then only the attainment will be okay. Justified. Justified. There is no partiality. There is no partiality. Equally distributed. Weightage of the marks equally distributed. So attainment is not a partial. For example, in the old version, unit 3 is the, for example, 10 marks. Other units are 5 marks. There is a partiality towards the CO3. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Now, CO wise marks. CO1, CO2, including mid-1 and mid-2. And CO wise the mid-marks are scaled to 30. Scaled up. They are multiplied by certain factor. Okay. For example, if you want to see the factor, okay. See the formula. That is the formula applied. We wanted to make it both internal and external to common to 100. As we are taking the class average, what is the percentage of students got above this class average? To make it a percentage, we are making it to 100%, both internal and external, together 100 marks. Right. See, only you have to enter these marks. And the CO wise marks and the CO wise marks scale to, they are automatically they are calculated. For example, look at this formula. Look at the formula. Anybody knows?
Okay. Just some.
The Excel. Wherever the formula is there, they are automatically calculated. This formula. CO1. 2, like that is shown. Like that is shown. CO2, for example. A scale to 30, a scale to 30. How it got the value? Solve into? Okay. All are scaled to the 30. Scaled up. I will show you why they scaled up to the 30, why others are scaled down to 30. Huh? Maybe next we go for the assignment and object test. What about our pattern? Average of 2 assignments, average of 2 mid examinations, and 1 PPT. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now the assignments are given to all COs. PPT are assigned to the all COs. Because CO wise there are no marks PPT. It is a single figure. How it can be distributed among all the COs? Instead of that, we assign the marks for all the COs. CO1, CO2, CO3, CO4 also. Similarly, assignment also are given to the assigned to the all COs. CO1 and CO2, CO3. We will show the next external examination. Okay. You see, internal 30, external 60, 90, out of 100, what are other 10? Assignments and like that, we made it 100. We made it 100 like that. You see, look at the end examination paper. Same marks. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. 10 questions, no? 10 questions, 10 marks. And in the part B, internal choice, no? Internal choice. Internal. Like that. 2 2 are 2 3, 2 4 are 2 5. Now CO wise, they are scaled to the up to this it is clear. Okay, next you go to the overall. Just close, close, close. Right hand side. Okay. They told you assignment and the seminar they are given to all COs. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Because they cannot be distributed CO wise. It is a single figure. Internal weights, mid examinations, end examinations, marks can be distributed CO wise, unit wise. But assignment is a single mark. PPT is also a single mark. Uniformly, they cannot be distributed among all the units and COs. That's why that single figure is assigned to all COs, CO1, CO2. Now, 30 plus 10 plus 60, 100 CO wise. CO wise. Now, wait a little bit. Wait. Okay, this is the class average. How to get the class average?
By total effort.
Under each CO column, the sum of the marks divided by number of. That is called the class average. The advantage of the class average is whether it is a theory subject or lab subject, whether the examination is tough examination or easy examination, whatever may be the class average making it up in normalized that. Normalized that. Like that you see, for CO1 the class average is 73%, 84%, 76%, 71%. Now what we have to see, how many students got the marks above this class average. Class average. That is number of students assessed. What are the all sections? 223 students. And the number of students scored greater than or equal to cutoff. Cutoff, what is the cutoff here? 73 for CO1. So that means 116 students out of, okay, 223 got the above 73% of. Okay, now these are the, okay, this is the percentage 52. How we got these are the rubrics. Let's go down, ready, go down. So these are the rubrics. What are the rubrics here? 55% of the students scores greater than or equal to CO target. What is the CO target here? Then they will. But what is the percentage? 52. That means less than 55. What more than? 45. If it is more than 55, what will be this value? 3. As it is less than 55, but more than 45, the level attained is 2. Why it is 3? 78%. 78%, that is more than. But previously, in our practice, what was this threshold value? 50%. Data science and AML, everybody has given one sheet of paper. What are the thresholds? How the levels are attained, calculated. Here, what is the threshold now? 50% only. Theory subjects only 50%. Now you see here the thresholds are very high now. That's why the rubrics should be less. There it is 50. Now we have used it in the rubrics more than 60%, more than 70% we have used. Both the things is high means cannot be worked out. In our regular practice, as the threshold is 50, now we have got this more than 60 or 70. If the threshold is very high, the rubric value should be less 55% only. ఇక్కడ 70 పెట్టామనుకోండి cannot match. You cannot attain because there is a high threshold. Here also high means cannot work. Okay. So here it is more 58%. That means more than. So 55% of the students got marks more than 68% class average. Final PO attainment values. Articulation matrix. DBMS, I have used the old articulation matrix. Andro PO4, PO5 లేవు కదా. అంటే articulation matrix మనం కరెక్ట్ గా ఫ్రేమ్ చేయలేము. Yes, PO4 and PO5 is neglected. They should not be neglected. Complex problem solving is there and tools usage is also there. But we made it empty. That means mapping అనేది కరెక్ట్ గా లేదు. PO mapping అనేది కరెక్ట్ గా లేదు. We have to take care of that. Okay? Right. So these are values. What are these values? Previous slide values. Previous slide value 2, 3, 2, 3. So before that, this one. Power. These values are brought over there. These values are brought over there. Now we go to the power. Okay. Pure attainment values. Now 2 into 3, 6, 3 into 3, 9. Multiplication of these values and these values. Okay. All these values are okay. For example, 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 3, 6, 2 into 3, 6, 2 into 5, 6. because how many POs are okay mapped for each CO. So this is the product we have. Okay, and these are the sum of these values 16, 21, 25, 6. These are how many mapped COs. How many COs are mapped here? For example, see 3. How many COs are mapped? Only 3. Here 5 COs are mapped. These are the 0 COs are mapped. COs which are not mapped, they should be 0. They should not involve in the calculations. The value should not involve in the calculations. Okay. So finally, attainment of the PO sum 31 divided by what is the maximum value of any PO? 3. And the NMC, number of matching PO. 0.0, 1.3, 1.9. For example, target value is set here. How to set the target value for the PO? When we got the autonomous first time, we set the target value 60%. 60% of the 3 means 1.8. Keep on increasing. In R20 regulations only. First time, for first batch, R20, to make it 1.8. Second batch, to make it 2. Next batch, to make it 0.2 or 2.7. 22 regulations are gone now. Again, you made it 60%. Whenever we got the autonomous, whenever the regulations were changed, we fixed the target value of the PO 60%. This is my students quality manchiga unnaru anukondi. Why not we make it 80? We know what is our students' time. Instead of fixing the high target, because the problem is when we fix the high target, there should be a continuous improvement, no? ముందుగానే 2.8 ఫిక్స్ చేసాం అనుకోండి నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ ఎంత ఉండాలి ఎస్ ఆర్ నో యు మేక్ ఇట్ 60%, యు మేక్ ఇట్ 70%, యు మేక్ ఇట్ 80%. Three batches. After again regulations will be changed. Again you make it 60. Then when you are confident about students, you make it 70. Next year you make it 80. Next year make it 85. 85% like that. So for example ఇక్కడ 2 fix చేసాం అనుకోండి టార్గెట్ వాల్యూ 2 ఫిక్స్ చేసాం అనుకోండి లెట్ us see how many POs are met and how many POs are paid. Let us see. 2 ఫిక్స్ చేసాం అనుకోండి PO వన్ అటైన్ ఇది అటైన్ అవ్వలేదు ఇది అటైన్ అవ్వలేదు అటైన్ మరి లేదు. సో టార్గెట్ అనేది అవ్వకపోవడం. We have to come down little bit. Okay, for example, let us say 1.8 for example. 1.8. This is great. Further continuous improvement criteria. Next time, okay, for the next batch, we'll get there. We can't do anything for the next batch. For this subject, for this course. Okay, in the earlier year, we failed to attain this value for the PSO3. This year, we have attained. Okay, this is the work. Of course, in detail, afternoon Madhusudan will explain. Okay, and you can see the lab also. Lab is there. Directly. Internal exam 10 marks. How many parts are there for this internal exam? Evaluation. Okay, and PPT and lab projects on 4 marks. That's the 4th pen. So internal exam and the experiments, for example, you see 10 experiments, 5 on job, 5 on job. Suppose you say additional experiment chesina sare, you make it 10 only. There is 15 experiments చేశారనుకోండి 5 3 15. లేదు 12 ఏళ్ళు చేశారనుకోండి ఓన్లీ 10. Others ఇందులో చూపించడం others ఇందులో చూపించడం. Otherwise one silver will be more and other silver will be very less. Again biasing is there. Okay. So look at here. So 10 experiments and 2 experiments 1 silver. Next 2 experiments 1 silver. Next 2 experiments 1 silver. Next 2 experiments 1 silver. So lab report YOIC externally. And overall, okay, over 100 marks. Again here the same parameter here, class average. So the Thala equal change the parameter lab marks will be 4. Class average automated ga అలానే అటైన్మెంట్ గ్యారెంటీ చెప్పలేదు. Again we are comparing how many students got the marks more than benchmark here. Again 55, 45, 40, right. Again we are చూసారా ఎందుకో కారణం అది జరిగిన 54% and 4%. That is less than the 55%. ఆ రెండు కంటే తక్కువ వచ్చింది. It is less than the 55%. So next PO attainment, the same formula. Articulation matrix is not correctly. PS totally should not be like that. It is special to the department. Except PS to 3 lakh, it's all zeros. The value may be less. 1. Strongly map out is done. You make it 2 or you make it 1. Okay? Right? So it should not be like this. It should not be like this. So that's why I need to. That is the problem. So for articulation matrix is very important for any theory subject or lab subject. You have to properly assign the values, mapping values for COs and POs and PSs. That is most important. Right. The same formulas 2, 2, and here attainment values are okay. 2.6, 2.9. Because lab now, more marks students will get, definitely the POs will be. So, see, what about other POs? 11, okay, 8, 9, 10. We have to see that they are attained project works, internships, okay, environmental science, other gender sensitization labs is there. We have to get those values from those subjects. Because for theory lab, project communication skills are there, teamwork is there, finance is involved, ethics are involved. Ultimately, for the program, entire program, of course, subject no problem. For entire program, all the POs should be, maximum POs should be attained. All the POs. Then the PO will be entire program. Again, for all the theory and lab subjects, again these POs are summed up and taken average. For entire program, every PO should be attained maximum. 1 or 2, no problem. We will show in the continuous report. So this is what we want to implement from 25 and this academic year. So we wanted to use the class average. That is only important for us, class average. Then only we can automate the software also, and it will be common for all the subjects and all branches. Okay. And simple also. Another thing is very simple. There need not be much discussion about this. Why lab theory is 50, why the lab is 60, why the project is 80, why the between the thresholds means okay, does not mean good. A single whether it's theory subject or lab subject, tough subject or easy subject. Okay, internship, class average means depends on the marks obtained by the students, that subject only, class average. Okay. This is about the attainment calculations of theory subject and lab subject. Okay, and for project also, we have finalized all the COs and we have finalized the values also, the CO values also. At the end of the project also, all COs are getting equal marks. All COs are getting equal marks because project for our project also we have to calculate the attainment of the PPs. So one meeting we have finalized okay, what should be the rubric points, what should be the rubric values. Okay, for each CO how many values, because review 1 is there, review 2 is there. All the stage 2 also, review 1 is there, review 2. Combining all together, which CO should be given equal points. We have done already. Project diaries also getting ready. Every project batch should take those diaries and they will give the values, fill the parameters. The number of pages also got reduced. Okay. Now I hope everybody got a little bit knowledge about this COs, POs, TSOs, and what are their meaning, and how they should be framed, and what about the values, and how to fix the PO, PSO mapping, the matrix values, and how the calculations can be done for internal examinations, and semester examinations, PPTs, and assignment of theory and lab examinations. Okay. I thought I threw a little bit knowledge about this session. So thanks for your patience and listening. And thanks to the coordinator. See that also. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you. Moderating. Trying to run my discussion. After also, we will have a session on COPOs and attainments. We will have a debrief deliberation. So, Madhusudhan sir and Najima from Department of CSE will be providing the details. So, combined 150. Okay. So, 1250 to 150, 1 hour. We can take for 1 hour. See, if we are extending our timing 1:30 to 3:30. If not, if we are coming at 2, it will be prolonged to 4. So, like 1:30 to 1:20 to 3:30, then you can go to back to back to back happily. So that's fine. 1:30 to 3:30. Sir,
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.